in your heart and with a good mind. So because, you know, positive thinking and a relaxing mind and staying in your inner center is the most important thing for a trader, because, you know, trading could be really exciting and a little bit from time to time confusing. So, and therefore it's very important that you stick to rules, that you have a daily routine. And this is what we can do here every morning, thanks to Admirals, that we can do this every morning, Monday to Friday, 8:30, right before the markets open. So we stream this show live on YouTube. Also, you find a button in the right corner. You can click to subscribe this YouTube channel. You will never miss an episode from this one or from my colleagues, Jens and Paul, maybe. And you can give us a like, you can leave a comment, or I can see in the chat right now who is with me this morning. I can see it already. Also, relaxing. Good morning, Thomas, Markus, also Janish, Mike, Afshin, Omar, Sigurd. Wonderful. Good morning. Oh, Sigurd, I got your message, your notification. We can have a call, or we can make a Zoom meeting to answer your questions, of course. I will come back with an email. Please check your spam folder in case you don't see it today and during the rest of the day. I'm a little busy today. And Jenny, also wonderful good morning. So let me share my screen. On my way, wonderful good morning. Also, okay, here is the chat from Zoom also. So let's see, Janusz, good morning. Madonna, Hartmut, Jeseng, Mladen, Ute, wonderful, good morning. Rainer, Igoris, nice to have you here. Beautiful. And Kurt, wonderful, good morning. So we want to first have a look at our DAX, of course, and the 5 top instruments from Admirals. That's Bitcoin, DAX 40, Dow Jones, Euro USD, and gold. And we will see if you can trade in one of those instruments too, because they have lightning fast execution, low spreads, and a big toolkit for active day trading. Please be aware of the risk note that you're responsible for your own trading. It's on the bottom of this slide, by the way. Okay, so if you want to become, let's see first about DAX 10 minutes, and you see we are circling around the point of control, by the way, which is really important. We came from the upper green zone down yesterday, really quick down to the point of control. And that's was happening during a wonderful trend. And as you know, we talked about it in the yesterday morning show, the entry was on Tuesday on a long, beautiful, you could trail your stop here, then you got out. And in a second trend arm, and that is really cool, the second trend arm again to short, you had an entry there, and bam, you could go down until here. The stop is actually partial profits wherever you think. The stop loss actually is here in the last 0.3 for the rest of the position. And on the right side of the chart, you see there is also a new uptrend, which is just a correction of the main trend. The main trend is facing downwards. But here was a possible entry also in the second trend arm, kind of hatching position, but this was happening in the middle of the night. And you see, this is about the law of probability that you miss in day trading. You miss some entries. And the worst thing is, if this will be the next big uptrend, then you're not a part of it. And this is why I always say, be careful with your wish to become a day trader. Yeah, then you have to choose. You can do also the same in hourly chart. It's a little bit easier. But in day trading, it's the point is that it could be possible that you miss too many entries. And then on the end of the line, your result is always based on coincidence. And with coincidence, you cannot make money in the long run. So therefore, choose a time frame, please. You can make sure that you will never miss a signal, or in a really, really rarely case. Absolutely. So if you want to be more informed, and let's see what we can about the global market updates for today, because we have falling prices yesterday. And I guess the big decrease yesterday happened because Mr. Putin said yesterday, we have to pay the gas delivery in ruble, in Russian ruble. And now he's fighting against the sanctions in Europe because he will bring back his own central bank, because, you know, they are sanctioned from the European Union, and that's the big point yesterday. So that was, now we get a little bit more trouble in Europe with this gas delivery things. Okay, so we have top news. Daimler Truck revenue rose, expect increase in sales. Then we have Toshiba shareholders reject plan to break into two parts. So, and that was the top news for today. What do we expect today? We have at 9:30, we expect the rate decision of the Swiss franc bank, Swiss National Bank Monetary. Actually, nothing is planned to change something. They will keep the rate at minus 0.75. Then we expect the Eurozone flash PMI at 10 o'clock, 10:30 flash UK PMI. And in the evening, or in the afternoon, we expect here the US weekly export sales at 1:30 and gas storage report at 3:30. Yeah, and that's Mexico. That's not really important. By the way, if you want to become a little bit more well informed, then it's a good idea to join the Telegram channel on Admirals. Then you will, we have 730 subscribers right now, increasing, and the other, you get a lot of very valuable content from Admirals. The guys make a great job there, and it's a cool thing to join this channel. If you're more a fan from Twitter, you get a similar content here on Twitter. The name is Admirals Global, and my name is DayTrader70. In case you want to go deeper with your pure logic education, then visit my homepage, know-how-trading.com. There you'll find a free online training and, of course, the education based on logic. So let's go and let's check the top instruments. And we start, of course, with Bitcoin. And I think we're on track. Bitcoin, we are in. Why? Just rules. The craft is to draw the trend properly, and this is what you have to learn. And this will take a lot of time. You know, I support people since years now, and I can promise you, I have a lot of clients. They are not really, they make big mistakes in trend drawing after couple of years, because it's logic in trend drawing. So this is the second trend arm. So we made the first entry here. I cut the loss. I cut the loss here. I did it again here in a second trend arm. Re-entry is my duty, even I cut a earlier loss, previous loss. So I sold half the position. I trailed my stop into profit. Everything is fine. So my first target is to reach the last 0.2. This is my first target, just mind target. So I don't care about the trend. I just know trend continuation is more probably than a trend break. And then, of course, I guess the point of control, which is up at $47,184 by one Bitcoin, is not the final target, but it's a reachable target. And you know, the point of control always, how should I say, pulls the price a little bit more. So we are 4,000 points in profit right now with Bitcoin. Let's see if we see a trend continuation. So then let's go to the top instruments, and we start with Euro USD. Yeah, and in Euro USD, we want, here we go. So we had a loss because there was the first entry. It's a second trend arm. Point of control is on the upper side, still in the second trend arm. And I said, if we go up, I will set a pending order here. But yesterday I could see the price is still going down. So there is no reason to set a pending order right now. So just wait for the next balance candle, and then we can do it again. It's enough space. You know, we are circling around within the red zone, and yeah, the trend will break down at 1.08896. So we have enough space. The next balance candle could be the signal for the next long position. Then check gold. And in gold, as you know, we have basically the downtrend, and it's still this one. We are still in a second trend arm that will break here, continue there. We're still in a second trend arm, but also we have uptrend 2, and the uptrend is this one. And here we are in the second trend arm also. So maybe we see a trend continuation of the second trend arm, which means we have to set a pending order here at this point too, in case that the price will go up. So don't forget it. If you can afford it with your account size, then set a stop buy order here on the way up to speculate on a trend continuation for this secondary trend to the upper side. This is what we can do with the gold price, based on the rules, by the way. So let's go to DAX 40. And here we go, still in a trend. And you know, point of control is up at 15,724 euros by one future contract. And that was the first trend arm here. That's the second one. And now we are in the third one. And now we are going up again. You know, that's the border between unfair and fair price zone. This is a reachable target. And finally, of course, point of control is also a reachable target. The only point, what we don't know yet is when we will reach it, because time does not exist in trading. It's just a kind of perception, but time does not exist in trading at all, by the way. So in case you should be in the second trend, or maybe it's fine, it's the best decision. And if you want, yeah, let's see, in the third trend arm, it's also possible to speculate for the third trend arm to go up. Let's see the Dow Jones. And in Dow Jones, we are also in a trend, and it's this one, and that was next one. And now there's no trend continuation here, still in the third trend arm. Yeah, maybe possible to speculate on a trend continuation, but I personally would wait until we see a close above the point of control here, because we know point of control is always high volume part and maybe a lot of buyers and sellers there. So just wait if you will see a close above point of control, and then maybe we have the point of control as a kind of support, and then we can go up. So just keep it on your watch list, by the way. Yeah. So then so Bitcoin, gold next year, we have all 5 top instruments. And yeah, now before we come to, you know, Swiss franc, we expect a rate decision today. We want to have a look at US dollar, Swiss franc. Before we come to the running trades, and before I answer all your questions, I try to do my best. I have the question of the day. And, you know, you can be a part of it, and I would be really happy if you do this. The question is, do you know the difference between trend following and movement trading? Do you know the difference between trend following and movement trading? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Oh, please explain the difference. Okay, let's check the running trades first before we come to proposals and your ideas. So Australian dollar, Swiss franc, just let it go. It's still working. Australian New Zealand dollar, we are a bit in profit. And actually, it's not really a trend continuation. Not yet. Yeah, therefore, that is. It's a trend continuation here. Let's see. Yes, it's a trend continuation here. Therefore, that's cool. So just let it go for the moment. Then Euro USD, we're just waiting. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, it's cool. Actually, that's the correction. And now you see we have new buyers into the market. And this is why I say be happy if you have a correction, because every correction is a necessary part of a trend arm. And without a trend arm, you cannot see a trend. So you see dependent origination. This is really important to understand. Euro Japanese yen, it's also going up. We saw the next correction. We saw new buyers there, and now the price is still going up. British pound, US dollar, we are a little bit in loss, and maybe there occur a balance candle right now. This could be bring new buyers into the market. Let's see. Point of control is quite far away on the upper side. We are deep in the green zone, so we can be a little bit more generous with our stop loss and trading. So just for the moment, let it go. But if you want, and you can see, okay, the price is not working, it's up to you if you trail your stop here maybe and say, okay, I'm out of the bus. I get out of the bus and I try to catch the next bus again. But it's the third trend arm. And in this case, I just let it run. New Zealand Canadian dollar, still going up. But by the way, the corrective downtrend is also still valid. So be careful with this. But you see there's a resist there, and it's not the best picture. Thanks God we are long, still long. New Zealand Swiss franc, just in a long position, just let it go. And finally, oh my gosh, US dollar, Japanese yen, it seems we're still going up. Next correction, just wait if this candle will have a close above the last 0.2, and then we can trail the next stop loss. That's really cool. Look at this one, 600 pips in profit. So this is trend following, by the way. This is really trend following. So what's the difference? What's the big difference between trend following and movement trading? Trend following is this one, just this one. Trend, get in as early as possible in the trend and then trail the stop loss by 0.3, 0.3, 0.3, or higher low, higher low, higher low in a long position, by the way. If you trade movement trading, then movement trading means you get two kinds of movement trading. The first is you catch the trend, you catch the price in the correction, maybe here, and you catch the movement up to the last 0.2. In, out, take the money, be happy. This is the first part of possible movement trading. The next movement trading is possible if you have a breakout above the last 0.2, for example, and you catch the move as long as possible by trailing stop loss bar by bar, candle by candle by candle by candle, and take the movement as long as it takes. So, and this is the two parts of movement trading. So, which means you catch just one move, in, out, away, go away. And trend trading, yeah, this is what you can do here by following just the trend. So that's the big difference. And it's up to you what you trade. I love trend trading, by the way. Okay, so let's see your questions. No, just let me, yeah, that's first your question. So what's your view on parabolic SAR that always keeps you in a trade, just switches directions at certain points? I don't care with I don't care. I don't trade with this. Just is a trend following indicator. So there's nothing more to say. Not really. It's just an indicator which follows the price. That's all. And it depends about your settings about the parabolic SRR. So it's not the holy grail, by the way. It's just my private opinion. So we talked about DAX already. So British pound, Australian dollar wanted to really drop lower before it has now started to recover. British pound, Australian dollar. Let's see. British pound, Australian dollar. Where are you? Here we go. Yeah, in British pound, US, Australian dollar is really easy because we are just waiting for a long position. In this case, the downtrend was continuing for the moment, and you see it start here. That's also trend following. You see it was here on the high point. Here we start there again. 1, 2, bam. Trend following, bam. So big correction, and now finally next trend continuation. So now we are just waiting for a new uptrend. That's what I want to do here in all British pound, by the way. Okay, so please check NASDAQ 10 minutes. NASDAQ 10 minutes. NASDAQ 10 minutes. Point of control is on the lower side. We are within the red zone. Yeah, basically, we are still in an up. Main trend is facing upwards. Is this one? Is this one? Move, correction. So big one. So perfect entry was yesterday, no, on Tuesday already, here roundabout. And you are still in because it's still a big correction, because the trend will break there. The correction on the right side of the chart is this one, and yes, this one. So trend continuation. To be honest, either you're in a long position or in a short position. It's not perfect, so you have to be, it's running trades. So can you please take a look at British pound, New Zealand dollar? Of course. Here is almost the same British pound, New Zealand dollar. Just waiting. Where are you? British pound. Here we go. Also long, also short. Actually, still short. The correction was not working for me. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's trend following, by the way. And we made a couple of trades there, and now just waiting for a new uptrend. Point of control is far away. We are deep in the green zone, just waiting for a new uptrend. It will take time, maybe next week or in around next 2 weeks roundabout. This is what I want to do here in all British pounds, by the way. Yeah, that's we talked about. Please have a look on silver, silver. Silver. Here we go in daily chart. Come on. Let's go. Silver in daily chart. Now it's different. Silver daily chart is different. Let's see. So 1, 2, perfect entry was there. And now we are on the third trend on. Yeah, it's still possible to open a trend in the third trend arm to speculate on a trend continuation, but the perfect entry was here. It's a little bit too late, especially we are circling around the fair price zone. Yeah. So Nike 4-hourly chart. Oh, Jesus Christ. Nike. Let's see if we can have Nike here. Let's daily chart, and we need 4-hourly chart. So there was a question about Nike, and Nike is circling around the point of control. Price is fair valued actually, which means that's the first trend arm, and here's the second one. So it's possible to make an entry here to speculate on a trend continuation. Yeah, this is what we can do here. Yeah. No, I have not found coffee. I don't know where is coffee here on MetaTrader 5. I haven't found it yet. So now I have Euro US dollar. We talked already. Please watch the show afterwards. Again, if it's, you will find it on YouTube and you can check it. Euro. No, it's not in the. So maybe I'm too stupid to find it. So this is MetaTrader 5. Maybe I'm really too stupid to find it. So there is no commodities here. Where are the communities? I don't know where it is. I just cash, metals, energies, cryptos. I don't have commodities here. So I cannot help you, sorry. Okay, so could you see US dollar, Canadian dollar? Of course. And US dollar, here we go, US dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, no, it's not really beautiful. Look at this one. That's so ugly, this picture. Don't care about it. Check it, US dollar, Swiss franc, because we expect the rate decision in US dollar, in Swiss franc. And where is it? Let's see, US dollar, Swiss franc, because we expect, and in 4-hourly chart, it's really difficult. So here we go. Where is the trend? It's a downtrend. Point of control is on the lower side. You can see here. And that's first trend arm. And this is the second one. It's really interesting. We haven't trend continuation yet. We are still in the second trend arm, and we are in a green zone. Point of control is on lower side. So I don't care about the rate decision, by the way, just they will keep it at 70 minus 0.75. So let's see if we have a balanced candle in the near future, and then we can speculate on a trend continuation and go back to the point of control. Therefore, US dollar, Swiss franc is really, really interesting. We can check it on Euro, Swiss franc, the kind of situation there. So here's a kind of, yeah, interesting situation, because point of control is very far away on the upper side. Oh my gosh, check it out here, 1.0955. So we are deep in the green zone. So, and there's maybe in the near future is really a great chance. So that was the first part. That was the first trend, and going up and going up. So, and there was a break, which means actually in the right side of the chart, there is a kind of trend right now in the second trend arm, which means maybe we see a trend continuation to the lower side. It's also possible, but don't forget, we are really cheap in the price. So I have Euro Swiss franc on my watch list for a possible short, but also for a possible long back to the point of control. That's really, really interesting. I want to introduce you today to share. It's a German share. It's Merck. It's Merck. And here you go. No, yeah, it's Merck, German one. And here in daily chart, by the way, first of all, we are at the point of control, which is really interesting. We came from the green zone, rejected at the point of low, back to the point of control, but now we have an uptrend. And therefore, it's really interesting. We are on a second trend arm. We have also probabilities in shares because it's just you trade price at the stocks. Don't trade the stock, you trade the price of the stock. So therefore, we can work with probabilities here. So therefore, just waiting for the next balance candle, and then we want to trade it to the long side. And this is what was one of your wishes in the last week. I asked you, and you were asking for kind of shares, and let's do it here. And if you want to have more, so next time send me an email. If you want to have more shares, I want to check it, then we can do it, because we only have 30 minutes here in the morning. So please put in the watch list, Merck. It's really interesting for a possible long. The moment we have the next balance candle, that's we have to wait for. Okay. I want to say thank you. Sorry that I cannot ask all your questions, just it's not possible in 30 minutes. You always have the possibility to get in touch with me directly over my homepage, send me an email, or in our Traders Yard community. Yeah, and then we can talk about in the next day. We will see each other tomorrow again. Thanks for listening. Thanks, Nastia. I wish you a wonderful day. As always, have courage and be kind, and may the force of the rules be with you. See you tomorrow.